To change everything, we must first be willing to change ourselves. That's the part nobody wants to hear. Yet it's the foundation of transformation. Every revolution, whether internal or global, begins not with action, but with awareness. Now, the decision to break free from the old, to question the patterns, to stop doing what's easy and start doing what's necessary, starts in the mind. The world doesn't change because we want it to. It changes because we do. Because we refuse to stay the same. Because we accept the difficult truth that if we want different results, we must become different people. The power to shift the trajectory of your life, your career, your relationships, your legacy, it's not buried in a secret book or waiting on someone else's permission. It's already in your hands. But you must be brave enough to use it. Most people will spend their lives waiting for the right moment, the right opportunity, the right circumstances. But what if the moment is now? What if the opportunity is hidden inside the very thing you're afraid to do? What if the life you want requires you to stop waiting and start becoming? You see, change isn't an event. It's a decision repeated consistently, often in silence, far away from applause. It's saying a no when everyone else says a yes. It's choosing discipline over distraction. It's having the courage to walk away from comfort so you can walk toward purpose. You don't need to have all the answers to begin. You just need to be done with the excuses. We're conditioned to believe that massive success comes from massive change. But the truth is, everything changes the moment you change, the moment you begin to think differently, the moment you stop playing the victim and start owning the outcome. When you change your mindset, you change your mindset. You change your actions. When you change your actions, you change your life. You change your life. And when you change your life, you begin to impact the lives of others. That's how movements are born. That's how leaders are made. That's how everything begins to shift. One person, one thought, one step at a time. You don't need to flip the world upside down. You just need to flip the switch inside yourself. Change demands discomfort. It demands uncertainty. But what it gives in return is worth it. Freedom, clarity, fulfillment. And let's be honest, staying the same is also uncomfortable. So if pain is inevitable, you might as well choose the pain that leads to growth. You might as well sacrifice temporary ease for lasting purpose. You might as well trade your fear of failure for the pride of progress. The question is not, can you change? The question is, will you? Will you stop blaming the world and start becoming the person who makes a difference in it? Everything you're chasing, success, happiness, peace, respect, begins with your decision to stop being who you were yesterday. Change doesn't ask you to be perfect. It just asks you to be honest. You didn't come this far to repeat the same patterns, to live on autopilot, to settle for a version of life that doesn't light your soul on fire. You came to this moment because some part of you knows that everything can change if you do. So, what does it take to change everything? It takes an unshakable commitment to stop betraying yourself. It takes waking up each day and deciding, again, to act in alignment with your highest values, not your lowest impulses. It takes facing the mirror and choosing to be accountable rather than comfortable. Hotter than comfortable. That's where transformation happens, not in a single leap, but in consistent, courageous choices stacked day after day. Change isn't loud, it's quiet. It's the early morning decision to rise instead of hit snooze. It's choosing to focus instead of scroll. It's walking away from gossip and walking toward goals. It's learning to respect your future self more than you crave temporary relief. Those choices may seem small in the moment, but they compound. They build character. And character changes everything. You don't need more time. You need more intention. You don't need more motivation. You need more discipline. You don't need someone to save you. You need to decide that you're done waiting to be rescued. The moment you stop outsourcing your power and start taking full responsibility for your life is the moment everything shifts. That's when you stop blaming the world, your past, your circumstances, and start building something new. Yes, it's hard. Yes, it's uncomfortable. But you know what's harder? Regret. You know what's more painful? Realizing you had the power to change and never used it. You don't want to get to the end of your life and wonder what could have been. You want to know you gave everything, that you lived fully, that you didn't just exist, you transformed. The beautiful part about change is that it's always available. It doesn't care where you're starting from. It only cares that you're willing to begin. You could have made 1,000 mistakes yesterday. Today still gives you the chance to begin again. It's not about what you did. It's about what you do next. So ask yourself, what am I willing to let go of in order to become who I'm meant to be? What comfort am I willing to sacrifice? What identity am I ready to outgrow? Because the future you desire is not waiting in the distance. It's waiting inside your next decision. It's waiting for you to stop reacting and start leading. And leadership begins with self-leadership. Change begins with one decision to act in alignment with your vision, even when no one else sees it yet. That's what it means to be the person who changes everything. It's not about being the loudest. It's about being the most intentional. It's not about getting it right every time. It's about refusing to quit when it gets hard. You want change? Then build your habits to match your ambition. Build your environment to match your purpose. Build your mindset to withstand adversity. If you're waiting for someone to give you permission, this is it. If you're waiting for a sign, this is it. If you're waiting for perfect conditions, they'll never come. So start now. Start where you are. Start with whatever strength you have left. Because once you start, momentum takes over. Courage begins to grow. And soon, what once felt impossible becomes inevitable. The truth is, the hardest part isn't changing the world, it's changing yourself. But once you do, the world around you starts to shift in response. You begin to attract new opportunities, not because luck found you, but because you became the kind of person who could recognize and act on them. You begin to influence others, not through force, but through the quiet power of example. This isn't a motivational moment. It's a call to action. To change everything, you must first change your commitment, your focus, your habits, and your heart. You must stop letting the old version of you make decisions about the future version you're trying to build. Because the future doesn't belong to those who wait. It belongs to those who move. So move boldly. Move intentionally. Move now. The power to change everything isn't out there. It's been within you all along. All that's left is for you to use it.